we suffer more in our head than in reality. Now, I'm sure you heard this. I've seen this. I don't know where this originated from, but I've seen this in the TikTok conversation quite a few times. So I kind of wanted to talk about it today. As today, I kind of wanted to go over like how as people alive, especially today in today's society, with all the events going around and all the stuff happening, we are naturally more nihilistic people, and we tend to let worse thoughts have reign over us. And that goes into play with how, again, we suffer more in our head than in reality itself. So, what I kind of want to say today is, let's switch our mindset from, even if bad things happen, there is no reward or there's no benefit of thinking negatively. And this is something I really had to come to terms with myself, because I'm not gonna say I still fully am, but I still kind of have those traits, and I definitely was a very nihilistic person. When bad things happen, I get in a mood where it's like, of course this happened, then this happened, then I call it negative stacking. If one bad thing happened, I'm stacking another bad thing. You ever seen those memes where it's like you only stub your toe on bad days, or you only like inconvenient stuff happens only on those bad days? And well, yeah, it's funny, that stuff like that happens. You stub your toe on normal good days too. You just don't take note of it for real. You hit your funny bone on great days too, but you don't really care for real because you're having such a good day. Something little like that doesn't bother you. On a bad day though, that can 13th reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like on a bad day, if you're having a bad day, say your car break down, whatever, boom, boom, you go home, you stub your toe. That's gonna feel like the end of the world. Like all these bad things are happening to you, and that's why I like what the quote says a lot is, we suffer more in our head than in reality. Is even though we might, we're going to be suffering through things in life, bad things are going to happen, of course, you know what I'm saying? We can't undermine that fact. But in our head, it's way worse in our head. And then when you sit back and detach yourself from the situation, look at it, you like, okay, that was bad, but at least I learned a lesson from it. That was bad, but it was never as bad as I made it. Because we as people are more dramatic. That's why things like news headlines, stuff like that, it grabs our attention, and people, ride behind that, because the media and stuff, they know this stuff. When you hear certain outlines and they post these things, they know it and sparks something in people, especially if it's negative, because negativity is one of the most powerful things. And it only takes a little bit of your energy to make a big spark. Like positivity is I feel like positivity is the most powerful thing, but it takes a lot to be positive, and I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that. It takes a lot to stay hopeful, because I feel like we can also relate this to the Bible, because this, if you ever read the book of Job, is where basically the most faithful man, but the most faithful man in the Bible, I'm trying to put it in a nutshell, puts a test a bunch of terrible things, and even then he starts to question things. He starts to get angry and stuff, but through the end he perseveres, and his life is reward times two. And I think that goes to show bro, being hopeful and being optimistic, it is hard. It's not easy, but in the end I think it grants you the best reward, because being nihilistic and being negative, I feel like it's almost seen as smarter, and people who are more negative, have a negative outlook, we're all gonna do this, they are seen as smarter. But being negative doesn't do anything. It makes the situation worse. That's why I said we suffer more in our heads than reality, because if you're overly negative about a situation and you keep putting up, you keep boom boom, you're making it worse. You're giving it more power. For example, my car broke down. I feel like we all should have these times where we crash out, we get our ignition rage off, because we're humans, we gotta let that out. But I can't let myself sit in these negative emotions, because negative emotions, because you're giving them more power. When you give them more power, it just makes the situation seem so much worse, and to the point where you can't defeat it. You gotta start attacking these situations with positivity. Car breakdown, oh, it's cool. At least I'm still made it home. At least I still can watch TV. Okay, now, boom, car breakdown. Oh, great. When the car breakdown, I ain't worried about driving, so let me go ahead and watch this anime I've been faking on watching. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You're in a shitty situation, no doubt, but you can't focus on the negatives, because if you focus on negatives, you're gonna not want to freaking be here, bro. You're gonna find every reason to negative. You're gonna negative stack. Car broke down, stubbed my toe, late for work. I got a damn job I don't want to be at now. Stuff like that. But if you start, just how your mind immediately, when a situation, you can program when a situation happens, it goes negative. You can program your mind to, when a bad situation happens, positive. Bro, me, I've definitely had negativity problems. I had a voice in my head that always just said negative. If I look in the mirror, boy, you ugly as hell. Just stuff like that. You can get to a point where your mind, you gonna think those negative thoughts, but you immediately gonna correct it. Boy, at least stop hating again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that, bro. Like, we gotta give life a more positive outlook. And I feel like it sounds so cliche, children book, whatever, but it's true because negativity is what's selling right now. Pessimism, nihilism, that's the things that are selling right now. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, these negative mindsets is what is being pushed. And it was seen as smart and superior. But it doesn't make you no smarter. I feel like it makes you smarter if you're optimistic. Even through all the bad, you see the good. Even through all the bad, you're still pushing to strive to keep going. So, all I want to say today, bro, whatever you're going through, you going through it. It's real shit. We're not gonna say like, oh no, you're suffering this, you're just suffering here. You're definitely suffering in life. You suffer. Get your crash out, bro. Get it out, bro. You gotta let those emotions out. Have your time, but do not, bro, let it hold you, bro. Get it out. After that, bro, go watch you a TV show. After that, bro, go get you some damn fucking McDonald's. Bro, after that, bro, go get you a book. I don't care what it is, gang. Go fucking watch a stream or whatever. Something that makes you happy, bro. Take a bath, whatever. Don't let these negative situations stop letting you from having positive. And this kind of goes back to the last video. Enjoy the current moment. Enjoy the present, bro, because the present is all we got. So we are going to suffer in the present. We are going to have these bad things. We're going to have a good time. We gotta enjoy it either way, bro. We have to enjoy it either way. Find ways to enjoy it. If you can't, my mom told me when I was talking about school, I was so ready to graduate. I was in a bad state. I was like, I hate school right now. I graduate now, but hate school right now. I can't be in it. I freaking hate it, all this. She was like, you know you gotta do this. This is just relate school to life. You know you gotta do this. You gotta wake up every day and do this. And there's no getting out of it. You gotta go to school. You gotta wake up, whatever. You gotta find a way, even through the storm, to create light. Even when everything's blowing, you got your candle, man. Everything's blowing your candle out. You gotta still find a way to persevere it. Put your hands over it. The little bits of light, you got to find a way, because when the storm's over, you're not gonna appreciate even a little bit of light. But when the storm's happening, the littlest mustard seed of light, you're gonna cherish it. As soon as the storm over, that mustard seed is not good enough for you no more. So when it gets bigger and bigger, you're getting happy, but you're getting more greedy. There's no end to it. So, like me, bro, I had to learn my last couple weeks of school, bro. Even though it might not be the best thing, it's not, for me exactly, but I had to learn to just enjoy it. I was reading during school, socializing more and stuff like that. Enjoy just my last days of it, and enjoy situations, even though you might not to. Enjoy situations, enjoy even the worst situations, knowing that you will come back stronger, that you will break through, and that in the end, maybe you'll be able to laugh about it. That's it for today, y'all. I love y'all. I'm not even gonna say, because I was gonna be like, oh, I'm up on a lot now, but I feel like every time I say that, I go on a long hiatus. But I'm graduating now though, so it's not really no excuse. But I love y'all for real. I appreciate, bro, I've been noticing we've been keeping a steady 30 views each video, and I really appreciate that, because that means around the same people are watching it, usually watching it through. And I know we had hit the videos at 2K and 1K before, but mostly what matters for me with the channel is it's not even necessarily a big sprout of views, because I didn't have channels in the past before about other stuff, and they did all they round stuff, but it's mostly about, to me, a community. You start seeing the same familiar people, same people watching your videos through, rather than having 10K people watching a video, just scrolling, clicking on and watch 2 minutes and then clicking off. I'd rather have 30 people watching through, leave a comment, stuff like that. So I really appreciate it. Love y'all, bro. And positivity, we pushing peace still, 2026. Pushing peace all 2026. Love y'all.